Now, Suella Braverman, lots of controversy. She's under fire again after she claimed that people living in tents have made a lifestyle choice, not one to shy away from saying what she really thinks. The Home Secretary wants to stop the nuisance and distress caused by people sleeping on the streets in tents. So should the government ban tents in cities? Joining me now is homeless charity founder and Manchester mayoral candidate Nick Buckley, MBE. Nick, when you saw this headline, what did you think?
I've been saying this for 2 decades. Rough sleeping is very complicated. We could spend the next 6 hours digging deep into rough sleeping, but we haven't got the time. For someone who sat down with hundreds of people living on the streets in Manchester City Centre, some of them, it is a lifestyle choice. Do they really want to be there? Well, the answer is no. But the reason why they're there and have made that choice is because the services that councils offer are not good enough. That's the real question. How bad are those services if you'd rather live in a tent on a street? That's the question.
Do you think that Suella Braverman should have made it more clear in what she said that there should be a focus on improving services and improving the lives of those people who end up on the streets? Do you think it was perhaps a little bit, what's the word, sounded rather callous, perhaps, to focus on the tents?
Yeah, I mean, everything can be said slightly better. And, you know, she's fallen into that trap. So she's got the wrong headlines for what she was trying to do. Everything we do should be getting people off the streets. And her point really is, why are we giving people tents to stay on the streets when the aim should be getting them off the streets? And some of the charities who are working in this sector, we need to ask them some serious questions. And one of the questions is, your aim is not to end rough sleeping. Your aim is to carry on supporting and working with rough sleepers, because that's what pays your wages, that's what pays your pension. And we've set up the incentives for many of these agencies and many of these charities. We've set up their incentives never to solve the problem. Why would you solve the problem that's paying your bills?
Nick, now, to be fair to Suella Braverman, she was quite specific-ish in what she said. She said that many of the people are from abroad and are choosing to live in tents in this country. I think she was suggesting that, I don't know, people move here in order to then live in tents on our streets. Have you seen that? Is that a reality in this country?
I haven't seen that in Manchester City Centre. I mean, there is foreign people living on the streets. I wouldn't say they've come here to live on the streets. That isn't the case, but let's say it is the case. Well, why don't we deport them? If you haven't got the financial resources to make a living in the UK, then you should be deported from where you came from. That's the end of that situation. The biggest crime are the British citizens living on the streets, not necessarily the foreigners. Thank you very much indeed. Nick Buckley, MBE there. Thank you very much indeed for your time this afternoon.